Unser Boden, wir stehen drauf.
Our soil, we stand on it. Use sensibly and protect carefully is our motto. Here we show the contribution of agriculture to biodiversity, regional added value and climate protection. Here you can see a multi-purpose hedge by Franz Binder that combines many uses in one spot. We combine agriculture with environmental protection, and in the middle is research. And everything we know about soil, protection and use we have to bring to the people. We have in Austria an erosion of 5.8 tons per hectare on the arable soils. Through the hedges and through the management on the land, we have to avoid 4.3 tons of erosion.
Durch das Management auf der Fläche müssen wir 4,3 Tonnen Erosion vermeiden.
In den letzten Jahrzehnten wurden viele Hecken gerodet und dadurch wurde die Landschaft...
In the last decades, many hedges have been cleared and thus landscape has been cleared out, and we are creating biodiversity again with our multi-use hedges. Only through the diversity of the hedges it is also possible for us to produce vegetables without irrigation. Because of the protection of evaporation and wind, the plant has much better possibilities to grow, and we can produce high-quality food like vegetables also without irrigation. In addition, we also have benefits with the hedge that we can harvest the fruits that grow in the hedge, such as plums and sloes. Wild fruit is much more nutrient-rich, much more valuable than cultivated fruits.
Das Wichtigste bei den Hecken sind im Wesentlichen zwei Wirkungen.
The most important thing about hedges are basically two effects. One on the microclimate is the very essential, and the second on biodiversity. The most important effect is the wind-breaking effect, such as hedge slows down the wind speed by more than half, and the effect on the downsides reaches up to 25 times the hedge height, and in this area the evaporation is also reduced by the fact that the wind speed is reduced. This is a reduction of up to 30%. What one would not only necessarily suspect is that also up to 20% more precipitation. Simply because the wind goes less quickly over it, the precipitation has more time to rain down. The average of these studies show that the yield with the hedge is about 10% higher than without the hedge. And there is the area which is occupied by the hedge, where no agricultural yield is already included. And also the strip next to the hedge, where the yield is lower due to the roots.
Gerechnet und auch der Streifen neben der Hecke, wo bedingt durch die Wurzeln der Ertrag geringer ist.
Ja, also Mehrnutzungshecken sind für Tiere wie...
Multi-use hedges are like small oases for animals in an increasingly closed landscape. They provide habitat with nesting opportunities and food sources, but also hiding places from predators, human activities or weather conditions. Multi-use hedges also have different design possibilities that can be taken into account in order to promote biodiversity or species diversity in them. On one side, because you use native woody plants, many animals, especially insects, are specialized animals that need specific habitats and specific food sources, and the native woody plants in Austria are ideal for these animals. Then there are also always larger trees that tower above the rest of the hedge. They are often used as perches for birds of prey. If the trees are then older, then there are still small holes for cavity nesting birds. Dead wood, for example, is also a very important habitat, especially for insects, for wild bees, and in addition there are always small niches that are used as storage places, especially for small game, or are also used as nesting places. But of course the multi-use hedge also has an effect on the landscape outside. The animals do not only stay in the hedge, but also move out of the hedge, which in turn leads to a higher pollination rate or to a reduction of smaller or larger pests such as mice by predators from the hedge.
Von eben Nützlingen aus der Hecke reduziert werden.
Es gibt mittlerweile schon zwischen 30 und 100 verschiedene...
There are already between 30 and 100 different forms of use. From chicken run and so on, there are the most different possibilities. The goal is to bring hedges into the landscape that have multiple uses. The multiple-use hedge also helps to get the diversity in the Lower Austrian agricultural landscape back again and to strengthen the diversity of farms in their characteristics and in this way also produce better for the market. Lower Austria can lead to a garden-like agriculture. And this is also exactly the future for small-scale agriculture in Central Europe.
Unser Interreg-Projekt SYM soll
Our Interreg project SYM should animate land users, private persons and communities to contribute to a biotope combined system of hedges. Not only in our country, but also across the border in the whole region, Austria-Czech Republic. Take part!